Much has been said about the NFL, Nike, Fanatics, and the low-quality jerseys that NFL fans have been stuck with over the past few years. But is it possible that we have stumbled on a goldmine with these new NFL rivalry jerseys? Well, today we're going to talk about the New England Patriots, my beloved franchise, and whether this jersey is worth $200 of your hard-earned money. Now, this is the first jersey I've bought in almost 10 years, and the reason for that being is the real extreme push that Nike and Fanatics have taken towards screen printed jerseys, that heat press stuff, and those jerseys just come out terrible. But this is actually a sewn jersey, sewn numbers, sewn nameplate with some stitching and embroidery on it, and that is what made me shell out the near $200 for this jersey to write a review, let you guys know my thoughts on it as a Patriots fan and whether it's worth your money. The first thing about this jersey, obviously, let's talk about the color. Storm blue. I personally am a bit burned out on the navy blue for the New England Patriots. For these NFL rivalry jerseys for the 2025 seasons, this storm blue looks great. A lot of people said it reminded them of the Indianapolis Colts or the Tennessee Titans. I personally don't see it. I will say the one knock against this jersey is probably that it doesn't feel very Patriot-y. If I hadn't known that this jersey belonged to the New England Patriots and I saw this a year ago, I would have absolutely no idea at first glance who these jerseys would be for in the first place. Now moving on to the finer details of this jersey. Here you got the NFL patch here right on the collar, looking pretty good, nice and reflective. But now we move on to maybe my favorite part about these jerseys, the sewn 6 red stars around the collar for the 6 Super Bowls that the Patriots have won. These 6 little stars they're a minor accent piece, but personally, I think it draws the whole jersey together. You have on the back collar here, "We are all Patriots" in nice cursive. You're not going to see that other than when you're putting the jersey on, but hey, nice little touch to have that here. Now, with this edition, the limited edition of the NFL rivalry jerseys, there are still some screen printed elements, some heat printed elements. On the shoulders here, the stripes, they are not embroidered, they're not stitched, which is a bit of a bummer because the numbers, the Nike check, the logos on the sleeves, everything here is embroidered or sewn and stitched, and it would have been nice if this also could have followed the same path. It doesn't, but at the same time, it's not the biggest deal breaker here, but it was a little knock against the jerseys that I have here. Moving on to the numbers, as you can see, stitched numbers, but these little vent holes, I guess, whatever you want to call them on the jersey, those are printed onto the fabric. So now showing off the sleeve here, you got the NE New England patch right here, embroidered on, looking good. I will say that when mine came in the mail, this part got a little folded up and it is a little awkward. It never feels like, at least for the Patriots jersey itself specifically, that these are ever going to be completely flat. But, you know, they're pretty close. It's just there's a little bit of a bend to them, which you just got to be a little bit more careful with these so these don't get a crease in them, don't get folded down. And then you got the Nike check over here, sewn in, looking good. Now we're moving on to the back. Drake May nameplate sewn on there, looking great. Now with that being said, I'm going to put this jersey on, give you a view of the front and back. So this is a view of the front and back of the Patriots jersey. I am about 5'10", 170 pounds. This is a size medium jersey. I will say that it is a little bit of a snug fit up by the shoulders. It definitely is cut a little bit oddly, but overall a great fit. It looks phenomenal on camera, as you can see. I personally can't recommend this jersey enough. I'd say go out and buy it. So honestly, all in all, guys, wrapping up, I gotta say I am thoroughly impressed with the quality of this jersey, with how good it looks. It is just a great choice. It's much better than pretty much any of the other jerseys you're gonna get if this is an option for your team. If you're a Bills fan, a Rams fan, Dolphins fan, 49ers fan, if your team has a rivalry jersey, I would recommend purchasing it. Now, one thing to keep in mind with these jerseys is that I personally, and I don't think anybody else knows what the long-term plan is for the NFL rivalry line. I don't know if the Patriots plan to wear this jersey once and then retire it, never wear it again. So just keep that in mind when you're spending your money. If you want to hold hold out to get a primary in a way or the red Pat the Patriot throwbacks, you can. But at the moment, you're not going to be able to get one of those sewn and stitched for Drake May until something else changes, or you're going to shell out to get something custom. So just keep that in mind. I personally love these jerseys though. For $200, I think this is pretty solid. So I recommend it. Thank you all for watching. Go Patriots.